ASM Sekai. We're back again. We're talking about Bleach final season, part 2. This episode is the return of all our favorite character, one of our favorites from Bleach. So without further ado, make sure you like and subscribe, and Amy's taking it over.
It's a Kenpachi fucking show, all right? Yo, have we seen Kenpachi's voice?
Why are you going off? Who said anything? What?
Chad, bro. What kind of fucking name is Chad? He just came to me. He's like, Chad. His name is Chad. Like, we have Orihime, like Japanese fucking name. We have Ichigo, Kurosaki. We have Kenpachi, and then we have Chad. Shut the fuck up. All right, back to the point. Have we seen Kenpachi's vice captains, Sekai or Bankai yet?
This was the first episode we've got to see anything.
Yo, she's fucking strong. Instinctually speaking, that little girl is... I don't think she's a little girl. I think she's old as shit. But I think she's strong as shit. I think once she gets bodied, that's when our boy Kenpachi shows up. Right? We've been waiting for fucking Kenpachi to come in.
Same thing, Rukia and her brother, same shit.
Nah, fuck Rukia and brother. Wait, how are you going to compare Rukia and Oni-chan to Kenpachi?
Well, Kenpachi came for protecting her, right? Like
It's not Kenpachi. It's Kenpachi. First of all,
we knew Kenpachi's going to be there. You know he's going to come there. We figured by the how it was pointing to the vice captain, be like, you know what is going to happen? He's coming. Same way, Rukia.
That's what she said. But back to the point. I think the guy, the chameleon or whatever the fuck his power was, the invisible guy, gets fucked by. He gets beat by his own people, right? Like the guy who could imagine anything, pretty much. That's a fucking crazy ass superpower.
That was dope. Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah,
that's a fucking. And he did say he was one of the strongest ones out there. I think number 2 or something like that. Right?
He says that about him. Yes. Yeah.
And I think logically speaking, you could imagine yourself to be as strong as fucking possible, maybe stronger than the other guy. But then he kind of fucked himself over. The fight was insane. I think a couple of things that I picked up was Kenpachi.
I wish they used a different kind of power, to be honest. Like,
I liked it.
The problem is if you could imagine anything and it could change the opponent. Like, why didn't he do the same thing that he did to the VP and make his whole body like squishy?
Like, I think he tried, but his brain wasn't able to keep up.
Why?
He just imagined Kenpachi to be the true monster.
No, that's how he beat Kenpachi. But I think in the middle of the fight, he started getting pleasure out of the fight, and that's what Kenpachi, and that's what woke up in him. That's what Kenpachi was like. Do you feel it, boy? Like,
no, Kenpachi said, if you think you're the strongest, don't you want to fight the strongest and beat the strongest to be the strongest?
Right. Yeah. So that pressure, that instinct kind of like kicked in, be like, fuck yeah, I never thought about it because I've always been the strongest. At that given point, if he turns him into a noodle, you're not really fighting. I think he wanted at that point. He wanted to fight.
I think in order for his powers to work, he needs to be stronger. Like, in his heart and mind, he needs to imagine him being stronger than the next person. Just he can say noodle. Like, you see when Kenpachi was getting hit by a bunch of other imagination shit, he kept on overpowering because his Shikai or whatever his powers is, his mana, whatever you want to call it.
No, that's not his power. That wasn't his power.
No, it's
he could easily turn him into.
He was overpowering. Anything he was throwing at him, Kenpachi was like, fuck that shit. He's just breaking it. Like, he was just...
If he wanted to turn him into a noodle, he would be a noodle. That's his power. You cannot overpower something like that.
I feel like it has a limit.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it has a limit.
But that's the problem, right? The power doesn't make any sense because whatever attack he did, you could just continue in a loop.
Luffy did it better.
And he was trying. But you have to think about it, right? Like,
no, why would you even stop? He stopped.
Because he kept thinking about it, right?
Initially, he was crafting or attacking, just like, for example, meteor. Just keep launching meteor.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, right? In the back with man, I'm like, so he's the fucking monster. He's the one I gotta beat to prove myself, right? So if I turn him into a noodle, to me it doesn't make any sense. I want to beat him. I want to embarrass him. I want to show him that I'm stronger than him. Right? The noodle thing is out of the picture.
Right, that's fine.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's fine. But
the
why
other
can't
thing
he
is-
keep launching attacks?
I don't think he realized, and that's why he put him in space. And that part I fucking loved when he put him in outer space.
See, so that's
That was
imagination,
so
and he came through
dope.
it.
I don't know what. Yo, that was fucking dope. And I think that's what Kenpachi said, because you let your guard down, and that's why it cut you.
See, now you answered that question, and that's when it comes back to what I was trying to say. He threw Kenpachi into space, and he closed it. Like, you legit see it being closed, and his light being sucked out, eyes, whatever, he getting dried. Then you see Kenpachi coming out of that shit. Like, I think Kenpachi can overpower the imagination because his power is already stronger than him. So it took him a while to realize how strong Kenpachi was, and when he understood how strong he was, that's what killed him.
I don't know. I don't.
That's why he was able to overpower the vice captain, because he's like
I think the way I'm thinking is whatever Kenpachi countered, like for example, if Kenpachi cut him, his next action was make me something that he cannot cut. And when Kenpachi was strong as shit, his next action was make me stronger than Kenpachi. When Kenpachi ripped the space apart and came out, his next action in his mind was, oh shit, he's a monster, but make me stronger than this fucking monster. And that's what he did. Every time Kenpachi
but he never understood the power. So he probably just exceeded.
Because he never knew how strong Kenpachi was. And he did get stronger than Kenpachi. He did. That's what he wished for. But that's what Kenpachi said. Your body wasn't able to keep up. And that's what he said. At the end, my body even couldn't even keep up with your strength. So when he said, make me stronger than you, and he became stronger than Kenpachi, his body ripped apart. Because Kenpachi is that much stronger.
So his weakness is the body.
At that point,
that's kind of lame. Like I wish Kenpachi would.
So you're basically saying Kenpachi's body is stronger than the other person's body, and their power level is the same.
Imagination body.
So Kenpachi's hawkish body won over imagination.
His hawkish body is able to maintain the spiritual pressure that Kenpachi has. Only his body can maintain it. When that guy wished that make me stronger than Kenpachi, all of that spiritual pressure that's in Kenpachi or more went into that fragile body, but he didn't realize, fuck. You know, it's like Doomsday. Anything that Kenpachi threw at him, Doomsday, what does Doomsday do? He learns, and you can't kill him after that. So that's what this guy was doing. What he didn't realize was, I'm going to be stronger than Kenpachi. He became stronger than Kenpachi. Okay. But your body can't keep up with that much spiritual pressure. You completely collapsed. And the guy fucking died. That was the end of it.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
But here are a couple of more things. He knows this. We saw his Shikai for the first time.
Yeah.
Not his Bankai, his Shikai. We still haven't seen his Bankai yet.
We
still haven't seen what he could do.
Hey, that show was massive, bro. That axe shit was so huge.
I want to get that prop, I don't know where I would put it, but I want to get that prop. Like where is that?
It's probably the biggest. It's probably the biggest sword now in like anime.
It is.
Guts.
It has
Guts.
I think it's bigger than Guts now. I think it's bigger than Guts.
Guts is a sword. It's basically Guts sword, and you put axe on top of it.
Yeah, it's a sword, and it's definitely probably the biggest sword in anime now.
Yeah, it's a sword with like
that would be a sweet cosplay, yo. But
that would be a very cool cosplay.
Yeah, right.
And you have the hairstyle that matches too. Like I think you should.
But I gotta like spike it up and it becomes a process.
Yeah.
And then the iPad.
But it'll be good.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
That'll be dope.
So let's anything else should we have to add to this episode, Moto?
No. Oh, for me. Okay, go ahead, Moto.
No, I'm good.
You
that was
go.
good breakdown.
Amy, you had something to say about the vice captain.
She got injured, I believe, and she turned into a noodle, and I think
her arms, right? Her arms had to.
Yeah. And he told his subordinates to heal her, and that was the end of it. So there's nothing more to say. I think that was the end of it.
Okay, so how are we rating it?
Me?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, this is a 7 or 8 out of 10. I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
I would have given this higher until I saw the recent episode, so I'm giving it lower. Only because I saw the recent episode, so I'm giving this a 5.
Okay.
Hey,
we can live with it.
I'm surprised you were lower than me.
Yeah, no.
I feel like I think the biggest gripe for me is like the opponent just didn't fit Kenpachi. Like, I wanted a different opponent.
This is spoiler alert. For those who haven't seen this week's episode, the reason why I'm saying this is because Kenpachi got his ass whooped in the first few seconds of this episode.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to fucking talk about it. Let's continue. Fuck this shit.
That shit. If the strongest motherfucker lost to the strongest monster, no fucking reason that should have happened.
Yeah, I was not a fan of that. But we could talk about it in the next episode.
So this is the reason 5 out of 10. This episode should have been better, but whatever. Make sure you like and subscribe. Amy is already mad. It's a Kenpachi show. We're ASM Sekai. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Arigato.